Hey y'all, trying to make a video. Not sure how it's gonna go. Uh, like I said, electro, I'm not a techno savvy guy. Um, but I bought this right here. It's a blue mic, so I'm trying it out. So it'd be my first video using that. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope you had a good St. Patrick's Day. You know, everybody's safe. So they just announced a few last week that ammo prices in the United States was going up like everything else, right? So my question is, what are you going to do? Are you going to not shoot at all? Are you going to store ammo? Or are you going to, instead of taking maybe 2 classes or 3 classes a year, you can take 1? Or are you going to downsize your training to a specific thing? So I've been giving some thought to that, and I will be shooting less rifle this year and more pistol. I find that, my thought is, well, we don't carry rifles in the United States, so I'm going to carry the thing that I carry all the time, which is a pistol. So that's what I'll be working on. Doing things like, just once again, the basic stuff, the boring basic stuff, which is the best stuff to do. And that's why a lot of people, I don't think, really do a lot of shooting, because it is boring. Case in point, YouTube videos. Everybody looks at the YouTube videos that are sharp, high quality definition videos, fast moving, fast draws, shooting like that. But it's boring just to stand there on a stagnant line and draw a handgun and shoot. It's pretty much it. So I'll be doing a lot more of that. I do have one upper that I need to zero, but I'm not done with it yet. It's ready. I can zero it now. I got the sights for it, but I want to add an optic to it, and the optic I want to add is not new. I'm looking more like the Aimpoint Pro type without the Aimpoint Pro. What I mean by that is just, I love, my favorite red dot is an Aimpoint Pro. Great optic, technology is great, bomb proof, all the good, check the boxes. But one thing, it's a singular dot, and because of the singular dot, because of my eyes, I get this blooming effect. I have a stigmatism. Now, I haven't found an optic yet, other than a low power variable optic, that did not give me that weird blooming effect in red dots. Holosun makes a reticle more like EOTech, where it's an outer ring and an inner ring, and I find that the outer ring and the inner ring, the outer ring somehow makes the inner ring tighter, makes it a sharper image for me, so it doesn't bloom as bad. I still have some blooming effect, but not as bad. Excuse me, it's late. I got to stay up all night because I got to work Monday night. I'm back on night duty. Hate night duty. The older you get, hate night duty. The older you get, you hate night duty. when you're young, when you first start out as a police officer, that's all you want to do is work nights. All you want to do is work nights. But the older you get, son, it's tough. That's the last thing you want on your mind is to have to pull a night shift. Or God forbid, you got a slot that has to be filled because one of the officers is out for like a period, and here you are doing in a month, an entire month of night shift. Holy cow, boy, that's tough. But I am looking at something that's an Aimpoint Pro like. So if anyone has any ideas about that, let me know. Now I've been looking myself, and the one thing that keeps popping up is the Holosun 506, and it gives me that type of reticle. It's 30mm body. It comes with their mount, so I would be buying the mount also to go along with it. Is it going to be the greatest thing that sliced bread? No, but for what I'm going to be using it for, it's going to be just fine because, like I said, it's going to get the upper is going to get zeroed and probably put away for a while because it's 300 blackout, and we all know that right now. 300 blackout is unobtainium. It's too expensive, which is a damn shame. It's my favorite caliber. I know a lot of guys that, like on the arms list and stuff, you see a lot of 300 blackout being sold now. Like they're selling their complete rifles or uppers or whatever. I'm not. I'm gonna hold on to what I got and pray that the prices tick back down again, which they won't never be like they were. Nothing in this country is ever going to be like it was again. And that is due to the fact that the elected officials that we have are worthless as tits on a boar hog. It has nothing to do with Russia, Putin, all that. This was already nails in our coffin long before because we continually do the same madness over and over again, which is we let Washington, D.C. rule us. My opinion, your mileage may vary. So I'm looking at optic like that. I'm also looking for an enclosed optic for handgun. So I don't think there's a lot of guns. There's a lot of manufacturers that are doing those yet. Leupold hasn't done one. They were the first one. Trijicon, I don't know if they've done that. Sig Romeo 2 looks very interesting because it's not. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but it is a open emitter, half closed emitter, and a full closed emitter, depending on what your flavor is, and that's pretty cool. The thing that makes you go ouch, it's like $700 to $800 for that entire unit. It's a lot, man. It's like wow. And I think about that and go, well, why would you pay that kind of money to set up your optic and the rest of it's just going to sit in the box and gather dust? You know what I mean? Like I perceive that you wouldn't do but one thing and just that's it. That's me. That's what I think. I also think that a closed emitter body is better than an open emitter for variety, myriad of different reasons, and you can pretty much see what I'm going at with that. Dust, dirt, debris falling down on the optic. Cold weather, hot weather, that kind of thing. So that's pretty cool. They are coming out with closed emitters more than just Leupold. Once again, it goes right back to I'm looking at the Holosun 509T, which is an enclosed body. It's cheaper, but to say cheaper, it's not far off from the price of a SIG room into, unless you know you're going to get on the used market, which used ain't bad. That's just the way it is. Used is always good, because 9 times out of 10 these optics and these different things, they're not abused, they're just used. Somebody did something, they thought they'd like it, they didn't like it, so they flip it. We'll have some more videos as we go along with the list of things that I'm already doing a review on. Sorry for the delay in doing anything. It's just a busy life. So another one that caught my eye, that has me interested in, is the Alien Gear duty holster that they've made. I can't remember the name of it. That looks pretty appealing to me. I'm just curious to see how it holds up and what else they do. Of course, they're smart. In my opinion, they did the smart thing, which was they're giving you the Glock holster, or they're giving you the SIG Sauer P320 holster. That's the best route to go. Now, with that said, I wish to God somebody would make a duty holster like that, or Safariland, for the CZ P01 Omega with a light and a optic. I hope they would make one, Alien Gear, I hope they would make one for a 1911. But who knows? I think that I think that you're pretty much going to see what Alien Gear is going to do is they're going to accommodate the Glock 17 and 19, the 320, the other version of the 320, the what is that? The M17 and the M18. One's full length and the other one's compact. I think you're going to see the Walther PDP, their version for service pistol. I think you'll see that, but I don't think you'll see a lot more. I think things like 226s, 229s, 220s, P210s, anything Walther other than their duty line. Beretta, I don't think you'll see them do anything for Beretta. There's just not that large of a following, that's my opinion. Could be completely wrong. That's life, but that's my opinion, because I don't see a lot of Berettas being used for duty, unless it's somebody who's retired or auxiliary, and he or she is, excuse me, I dropped my lid. He or she is doing service, part-time and auxiliary, and they have to bring their own firearm, which is always the case. Yes, I don't know. I don't know how wide they'll branch out with their holster line. It'd be cool to see, but I just don't put any. I just don't see where other than like 3 or 4 different lines of pistols, they would invest anything else into it, because they're putting their name and reputation, and they've already put a lot of their money on the table, because it's a lot of money to build something in R&D, and then send it off and have it brought back. Got to add this, got to fix that, got to change the material, on and on and on. So it's a lot, but it's cool to see somebody other than Safariland. Not knocking Safariland. I'm a diehard Safariland guy. I've used Safariland in my law enforcement career since I started, so I don't have nothing negative to say about Safariland as far as the product. The only thing I say about negative at Safariland is you got to have a degree in Egyptian hieroglyphics to understand what the hell you're ordering off of their website. And then you got to wait for somebody who has different guns to take one Safariland holster, say, yes, these 5 guns, different types of guns, fit in this one holster, and It's like, because Safariland can't tell you, because there's some of the Safariland holsters that will do that. Don't ask me which one, because I don't know, but I mean, you watch videos and see it. So, what do y'all think about the Holosun as like an aim point, you know, kind of thing? I've seen 1 or 2 videos on that model on YouTube, and that's all I've seen. So I guess it's just not popular, which means if something's not popular, then they're not going to continue doing it. You know, we'll see. I would hope they would. Especially now that retro is back, you know, with the retro guns. Optics like that are going to be sought after by people that are retro builders. They're always looking for an alternative to the real thing, because let's face it, some of the items that are sought after for these retro builds, oh my God, expensive. I mean, like, you know, especially Mark 18 stuff, man. Anything that's Mark 18 clones and what I've seen, wow, that's high. So, what are y'all going to do for the year as far as like training, shooting, now that the ammunition is going up again in price? What will you do? Me, I'm going to do more pistol shooting than I am rifle shooting. I got one upper I'm going to zero this year. I got to zero that. But everything else is, excuse me, I stayed up till midnight. Old man syndrome. But what do you, how are you going to train? What are you going to do? You know, is it going to be a lot of 22 in a box of 9mm? That's a great way to go. Done that many a time. Or is it going to be like one box of 9mm doing certain drills? Or are you just going to do 3, 5, 7, 10 yard drills with a timer? What's your opinion? So hopefully I'll be able to find something like that Holosun at a reasonable price. I think that's a pretty good price. I've seen on their website it's like $250. That ain't bad. Because I don't want to put a lot of money in the optic, especially for an upper that I will not be using hardly at all. Like, I'm not going to blow all my 300 ammo out. You know what I mean? And I hate it, man. 300 Blackout is my favorite round. It is a great round. That's the way it goes. Well, be back with some more videos, and see y'all directly.